Today, we are talking about big assignments. You have a big assignment, you have no time, you don't know where to start. How do we tackle this huge, massive assignment with no time? Because let's face it, there is not enough time in the day, in the week, in the semester to get everything done. We all have this problem. I have it, you have it. It's existed since the beginning of time. What we're going to do is we are going to break it down into manageable pieces. How are we going to do that? I'm Terrell, and this is Absolutely Studying. I want to supply you with all of the resources and support you need to flourish in your academic career. And if you stay till the very end, you might just get some bonus content. So where do we start? First thing we're going to do is we're going to break this assignment down into manageable pieces. How do we do that? Easy, a to-do list. Sit down and think about the assignment. Think about all of the steps it's going to take to complete it. So let's just talk about an essay as a random example. The very first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to decide on a topic. Once you have a topic, there are a ton of steps you need to take. First, you need to write an outline, do the research, write paragraphs, conclusion, introduction, and thesis statement. And there are a ton of steps in between. So let's just start at the beginning. Take the first 10 minutes and just write out all of the topics that you might consider writing your essay on. So if it only takes you 5 minutes, awesome, but it might also take longer. Just sit in this 10 minutes. Maybe grab a coffee and use that for some quiet time and just write down all of the different perspectives you could write this essay on. Once you have your topic, then start doing a brainstorm of all of the amazing ideas that you can support that stance with. Take another 10 to 15 minutes just to brainstorm all of those. Once you have your topic, you're going to want to start thinking of different ideas that support your position. Then you're going to want to research those ideas and then start writing paragraphs. Then you're going to want to outline, just like you did the paragraphs, the introduction, the conclusion, and fill those out as well. One of the final topics I usually suggest is to do the thesis statement, just because it's usually easier to fit in the thesis statement after you've completely fleshed out your essay, especially since more often than not, the topic you wanted to prove in the beginning gets altered through the entire process, and you have to tweak the phrasing later. So putting all the heavy lifting into having the perfect thesis statement before you even start writing the paragraph is a lot of wasted effort. By doing this, we're going to reduce burnout, reduce the risk of getting overwhelmed, and increase the odds that we are going to get it not only finished, but done right and done well. Now that you have this long, beautiful list, you're going to want to start crossing things off. Just set your timer at the 10 to 15 minute mark, sit down with your pen and paper or your laptop if you prefer to do everything digitally, and start plugging away at these modules. Decide how much time you have to work on the project ahead of time each day so that you know which items that you can cross off. Note, once you have this list, you no longer have to work on things in order. So if you are not motivated to be an amazing wordsmith with master levels of eloquence one day, you can just work on outlines for individual paragraphs or even just research and wait until your writing juices are flowing to craft the perfect sentence for the perfect essay. The next thing that you may have noticed I mentioned already, but we are going to definitely deep dive into it now, is to break it up over days. Saving an assignment for the last minute, while so tempting because it's so much fun, not always the best practice. You will write better assignments, I promise you, if you just break it up into even half an hour a day. I know we all want to lie to ourselves and say we work best under pressure, but it's just not true. Where 99% of the best work happens is in revision. You write that essay, you write that assignment, you fill out those pages, and usually every single time you read it back and make a tiny tweak here or a minor adjustment there, it's going to really enhance and clarify and make it better, rather than doing a Hail Mary, writing it all down, blurting it out, going over it once, saving and handing it in because you have 3 minutes left until the deadline ticks and marks start coming off. You know that 2.5% that comes off daily? That one. If you just start early, even if you come home and your assignment for that day is just to make your list, just work on it a little bit, 10, 15, 20 minutes, even half an hour a day. Plan it out so that you have time set aside each and every day to work on that assignment, and space it over the days or weeks that you have until the class that you have to hand it in. Also, stick to this plan as much as possible. It's going to be really easy to get unmotivated, but motivation comes from seeing progress. If you stick to the plan and you don't fall behind, you won't get overwhelmed, you won't get unmotivated, and you'll actually feel even better about the assignment because you are not dreading it. Write it down, stick to it, and you will see that you will stop getting so much anxiety and frustration and overwhelm over every assignment that you get, because you're working on it, chipping away at it a little bit every day, and seeing progress is really going to help you get motivated to finish it. The more you revise a piece of work, the better it sounds. So just read over it over again, not necessarily even from beginning to end. Just read through one paragraph at a time and just edit that paragraph and make it sound better and better every time you read through it. That can be one of your 10-minute sittings, just revising a paragraph. If you have not liked this video already, what are you doing? Click the button. You know this was helpful. If you have not subscribed yet, now is the time. We have new videos out every Thursday to help you get your academic studies in order and organize your life. I have a couple of great resources for you down below in the description. You can download our absolutely free study planner. It has a page that will help you keep track of everything that you have studied so far and all of the activities that you have completed in studying that topic. If you are struggling with anything, or if you have trouble coming up with study activities, this is a great resource because it has more than 20 different activities that you can take part in. It also has great resources like a confidence tracker that will let you keep track of which subjects you really need to brush up on more and how you have progressed in them over time, and even a resource to help you create your own practice test. Watch out for some playlists coming up on your screen, and now cue the blooper roll. I wasn't looking at the camera. How do I keep forgetting to look at the camera? Okay, no, we went off on a tangent. We don't want to go on that tangent. No. And done good.